It's time to take the fight to your enemy before he can bolster his defenses. Train an army and attack him. Kill 5 villagers as quickly as possible.
You're watching Console Empires, and today we're going to tackle Art of War 6 Rushing. So in this one, I'm actually going to show it twice, because the challenge allows you a little bit of flexibility in how you want to accomplish the goal. You just need to get 5 kills. Doesn't matter if you idle the TC, doesn't matter how many villagers you make, doesn't matter what units you use to get those kills. So I'm going to show it first here with archers, and then we're going to go back and do it again with scouts. And it's way easier with scouts. Maybe I'm just bad at playing archers, but it seems like as far as the challenge here is concerned, it's a lot easier to get the gold medal with scouts. So the first thing here, I've added another range, building a blacksmith here, and get housed in a moment. So don't worry if you get housed. It doesn't matter at all. Remember, idle time, no penalty, anything like that. You'll still be able to easily get your gold medal with a mistake or two in this. When you start off here, you want to shift a lot of your economy to wood and gold, as that's what you need to keep producing those archers. You just need a little bit of food to be able to grab fletching. So you can kind of just stop creating villagers even once you've got a couple archers out and you're attacking. Not the ideal, like the focus of the challenge to be to practice for how you would deal with this situation in a real game, which would mean keeping the TC, pumping out the villagers, and your ranges producing those archers, while forcing your opponent to be idle, is where the value in rushing comes from, as your villagers at home are gathering unhindered and your production is still rolling. So if you're not keeping yours running, then you're not actually accomplishing anything. But that's not strictly the case here. You just need to get the kills. And you need to get those kills pretty quickly. So once you've got about 3 archers and fletching, that's enough to move out. Start trying to get that damage in. A couple of shortcuts that might help you out here. Hold LT and right to select the ranged units, and then LT and down to select your scout. You can also use B and LB to cycle between them. So what you want to do with the scout is use him to chase down weak villagers and finish off those kills, or block them from retreating back to the safety of the town center. If you try to just use the archers and don't block with the scout, the opponent is able to garrison the weak villagers effectively enough that it's really hard to actually get the gold medal that way, just going pure archers, as you'll weaken a lot of villagers and cause a lot of idle time, but again, that doesn't actually help you here. So one of the best places to attack is this mill out here on the ostrich, as it's pretty far from the TC. So by this point, I've got a decent mass of archers built up, and my scout still alive on full HP over here to help out, and we're on 3 villagers killed here, almost done with our challenge. Just need one more. This guy walking back to work over here. The AI, not the smartest player, sending the villager right back into danger where he was attacked, as that villager goes down, and there's our first gold medal, getting the 5 kills playing archers.
The economy of your opponent is weakened, and he will struggle to keep up with you.
All right, let's run it back, do it with scouts this time. All right, first thing here with the scouts, we don't need these gold miners. You've got enough gold in the bank there to grab bloodlines, and that's the only thing as far as gold cost that we're gonna need for our scout rush. It's helpful to have forging too, so gonna drop a blacksmith here, just like the last game. But then I'm pretty much gonna move all of my starting villagers on food. As the scouts themselves only cost food, you do need a bit of gold for bloodlines, but you start again with that, and the blacksmith upgrades, forging, and scale barding are just food costs. So if you wanna grab those, you can get full upgrades on the scouts just with what you start with. You can keep making villagers, that's the ideal way to do it, but again, no penalty for the challenge if you don't. So, got our one stable grabbing bloodlines, gonna pump out some scouts, and then maybe we'll think about some villagers. Gonna make some houses preemptively here, though as I did get housed for a moment on the archer rush. So scouts are way easier, both for the challenge and also as far as controlling them. It doesn't require quite as much micro compared to archers to get value out of your scouts and keep them alive in a real match. And there, one of the strategic differences there is that scouts cost food, so you typically will be slower to castle age than a equally skilled opponent who went for archers, as they're putting all their food eco right into saving for that castle age upgrade, where you're continuing to pump out those scouts. So a couple idles here again, doesn't matter. For the challenge, those guys were finishing up these sheep that started under the TC, so just gonna send those to wood. And I think I keep adding in some farms here again, not necessary for the gold medal, but good practice for what you'd want to be doing in an actual match, going for a scout rush while continuing to build up your eco at home. So got the scouts gonna hit these same areas as we saw in the archer rush. So going for this ostrich mill and that gold mine on the front of Red's base. And again, like last time, the opponent will try to defend with his scout, is outnumbered here 3-1. And like the archers, 3 units with upgrades, plenty to move out with, get some damage. in an actual ranked game, you don't even need to wait for the scouts to have upgrades. Is the difference there between playing scouts versus archers. You pretty much always do want to get fletching before you send the archers forwards, but with scouts, once, especially if you have your starting scout alive, you can start attacking right away in Feudal Age, even with just the starting scout or waiting to produce just 1 or 2 from the stable in Feudal Age, not needing to worry about forging bloodlines, anything to still get value. Especially in early Feudal, if your opponent is trying to wall up and you're able to snipe a builder that's far from the safety of the TC, can be a juicy target to go for with your scout rush. So we've got 3 villagers killed here, 4 now, and gonna grab this last one on the wood. See, I'm not looking at my army as much here and not microing them as much as with the archers, just kind of letting the scouts do their thing, and they're able to get the kills quickly enough there to beat the challenge, get the gold medal, and that applies just as well to real matches, that you can kind of attack, move your scouts in towards a resource, look back at home, take care of your eco for a second, and then flip back to the scouts and send them to do something else. But that's it. That's our gold medal, our second gold medal here on Challenge 6, once with archers, once with scouts. So hope this helped you learn how to rush your opponent more effectively. We've got now almost all of the Art of War challenges here on the channel, and if these are helping you, check out the playlist and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.